The third protocol is energy healing. So come into an awareness of your gut and where the ulcers are located. So for me, they were really painful, so I could tell pretty much exactly where they were. But if you can't, and it's kind of just pain all over, just kind of imagine and visualize where you think the ulcers might be. Visualize the ulcers as little balls that are just kind of stuck in the jello of your intestines. I am outing myself as someone from the South because we have fruit and jello. But anyway, you're going to pop those little balls out like you're taking a piece of fruit from jello and just get rid of it. Throw it into the universe to be recycled, or throw it down to the earth to be recycled. Now send your awareness back to the gut where those little spheres were taken and see if there's any rips or tears or openings from when you took out that ball, and go ahead and close them up. So you'll want to visualize pinching together those the sides of the organ, and you can even imagine making little stitches, close up the incision. And I've been watching too many plastic surgery videos, and then you just kind of visualize it healing and scarring over, and just kind of speed up time so that the wound kind of heals, closes together, scars over, and disappears with a pop. So you want to do that sequence everywhere that you see or feel ulcers in your system. So let's do that a couple times together. Imagine or visualize your gut. Come into an awareness of where the ulcers are. Visualize them as little balls floating around in the jello. Pick them out. Toss them away to be recycled, or toss them into the earth. Return back to the site. Close up any rips, tears, holes, or gaps. Sew them up if you need to. Imagine them closing up, scarring over, and the scar healing and disappearing with a pop. So we'll do that one more time without speaking. Fourth protocol is to do self-stomach massage. So fluid gets built and stuck in the stomach, especially for SRA survivors who have gone through things like repeated traumatic pregnancies and also SAs. When the gut gets filled up with fluid, it's as if a rubber hose is getting filled with water. And so the walls of the gut are just it's like an inflatable where it's just so waterlogged that things cannot stick to the surface. And so my understanding is that even the bacteria have a hard time sticking to the surface, which is why it's really difficult to rebuild the gut microbiome, like we talked about in the last part. Another factor in why this happens in SRA survivors has to do with the type of SA that we experience. So what they do is they will place items really far up the digestive tract to loosen up, or I don't know if this is why they do it, but an effect of that is that it will make the organ super, super lax. I talked about organ tone before in the first part of these videos. And organ tone is like the stretchiness and the thickness of the organs, and that gets really messed up. And so it's like turning an organ with like nice villi in it that catch the water and house the bacteria to help digest the food. It's like turning that all into a flat slide. And it doesn't help when there's fluid accumulation, so it turns into a water slide. So nothing is kind of able to get absorbed. So self-massage really helps to get that fluid flowing out of your system so that your organs can return back to their natural state and absorb stuff and hold on to the good bacteria. So what you'll want to do is massage in these like swift little waves, almost like a comma shape, up and down your abdomen. And you'll want to move fluid inwards, outwards, and down towards the hip crease. So you can massage the hip crease gently, and that's where a lot of the lymphatic drainage, basically the place where lymph really wants to drain to is in the hip creases. There's also a lot of lymphatic vessels in the middle of the stomach, and also up at the top. So basically, like, you'll want to move the fluid in all the ways that it wants to move, and you'll start to feel the fluid draining out of your system, and then you'll know like which of your lymphatic vessels are healthy and which ones are not. And so you can sort of focus on whatever direction that feels best for you. If you can tolerate it, you can also go pretty deep into the tissue. My abdomen really likes that because, like, for me, as an intersex person, I was forced to go through many, many pregnancies when I was a child. And so, like, my body is holding on to a lot of memory within that area. And, like, going really deep into like, a deeper, so lymphatic massage is generally pretty gentle and light, but going deeper into the organs themselves, my body really likes that because it helps to it likes pressure that helps it release emotions. And so if you feel called to do that, your gut will thank you. But yeah, that's it. These 3 videos should give you a pretty good understanding of how to deal with this. It's a good foundation. I'm sure that there's other things that I've done, and if I decide, I may do another video with more protocols that help with this problem.